Good morning everyone and welcome along to Peter's Reviews. We are out in the garden today in nature. You'll probably hear all the birds behind us here, but I hope you can hear a little bit more of me. As you can see, we are out with the WinGoo selection, and today WinGoo have been kind enough to send me the new B20 Pro version. We have the B20 here, as you can see, which you can find the review for this on my channel, Peter's Reviews, and we also have the B3 here, but this has the upgraded pedal kit fitted to it, so that's definitely worth a look on the channel as well if you've not come across that yet. But today we're doing the unboxing video of the new B20 Pro, and then once we've got it all together, we'll put it alongside the B20 and we'll look at the differences. Is it worth looking at a Pro against the standard version? We're going to find out. Let's dive in. So first, let's get everything out of the box and see how much unpacking is needed and how much building is needed. Okay. Right, we have a little box full of goodies, so we'll have a look at that in a second. And the way it looks in the box here, I will show you just quickly. Once you remove the top lid from the box, you will see the B20 Pro is in the folded up position. We have the little box there of accessories. So what we'll do is we'll just lift it out and then we'll remove all these packing tapes and we'll see what we need to fit. Okay, let's just move the B3 slightly. Move the box over slightly. And lift our B20 Pro into the middle. And there's our B20 Pro, and there's our seat post. So we'll lie that there. Nothing else in the box, so we'll move that out of the way. Okay, our first task is to get all these ties off, so let's do that quickly. Okay, that's all the packing tapes removed. Let's take a quick look inside the accessory box, because I'm sure there's going to be a few bits we're going to need to put on the bike. Okay, first up is our instruction manual. Next up is our trusty pedals, and they're folding pedals, so I'll show you them a little bit later. Then is our charger, which is great. We'll need to get this bike on charge as soon as possible. We also got one little spanner and one clamp, which we're going to need for the seat post that sits just out there. So we'll unfold the bike now, we'll pull the handlebars up, we'll put the seat on, and then we'll attach the pedals. Handlebars just go straight up, then you've got your locking mechanism there, and then unfold the bike, like so. So as we bring the bike together, we have to lift the arm up to allow the pin then to drop through the hole at the bottom there. Then move your clamp round to the left and then lock down. Simple as that. And in reverse order to unlock, so it's just pull open, move round, and then it's a lift, and then you can unlock. Okay, nice and straightforward. Okay, let's put the seat on. Right, seat post, as you can see, is a good length, so it's going to help for the taller rider and the shorter rider like myself. So we can have it right down. Short arse size. Okay, so that's a seat post in place, and then it's a quick release, a locking mechanism, which is always good. Just tighten that up slightly, and perfect. So there's a seat in place. There's our handlebars up. On the handlebars, you can see at the top here, everything's sort of facing the wrong way. So there's a quick release here as well. So if you just grab hold of that, and then you turn your handlebars to the desired position you like for your brake levers and your bell and your power buttons. So we'll go through all that shortly, but that looks pretty good to me. So we'll just lock that down in place. Okay, we're down at the pedals now. So we have the pedals and we have the spanner. Both pedals are labelled left and right, so if I just grab the right one, so the right one is the right pedal as you sit on the bike, and the right side is a natural thread where it will just turn normally. Okay, we've got the bike spun round. We're now on a left hand pedal, as you can see, left hand pedal, and this one will feel like you're loosening when you're tightening. So go in the opposite thread, and believe me, that's the right way. It's just the way these bike pedals are done, just to stop it becoming loose during riding, and it's just a matter of tightening that up. It should be quite free to spin. Okay, once we've unpacked and built the bike, I always like to go around and just check all the screws, connections, cables, make sure everything's tidy and in place. And also the tyres on the bike don't always come fully inflated, they're only about half, so also make sure that the tyres are inflated. So we'll get that done and we'll be straight back. As you sit in the bike, you will look at the display and you will look at the handlebars, and you will see the layout of them is different as well. Let me just show you that. The B20 Pro has the power button on the left hand side here, which bike fully needs charge, so we'll leave that off at the moment. And we have our power assist levels on the opposite side here with our horn. So yeah, it's slightly differently laid out from the standard B20, as you can see here, where you've got your on off switch there, your horn down the bottom, and your cruise. The next thing we're going to look at is where it gets its power from, and this bike comes with a 36 volt 7.5 ampere battery, which is bigger than the standard one, so you're going to get a better range from this. And they're saying the maximum range is anything from 32 to 34 kilometers on pure electric, so that's depending on hills and depending on the weight of the rider. But yeah, that's definitely an advance on the standard bike, so you're going to get a lot more range with this one. Tyre size front and rear is 16 inches by 1.95 width on the tyres. So we're just going to have a look at the comparisons with the B20 Pro and the B20. And if one that will stand out straight away, this bike sits higher because it's sitting on 16-inch rims against the standard, which is a 14-inch rims. So you're going to get a larger riding height and probably a more comfortable riding height if you're a bigger person. So let's see that in action in a little bit when we get into some road tests. Okay, if we just come up to the handlebars here and show you the power switch there, and we also have a little controller there as well. Now the new B20 Pro uses a 250 watt torque power controller, which is more compliant with UK regulations, but also more efficient and easier to get uphill. So you know, that's going to all help us all. It's also a little bit extra with the Windgoo B20 Pro. You get the WinGoo Smart app, which lets you track your ride on a map. It also shows you the miles you've covered and stuff like that. You can see your average speeds, all the sort of things you get within these smart apps. So we'll be connecting the smart app to this bike in a bit, and I'll show you that as well. Probably do that when we do our first ride out. Moving through the rest of the bike, just comparing it to the B20 Pro here. Similar seats, slightly wider, slightly bigger, slightly softer seat on this one. As I've shown you, it's a very simple folding mechanism for your top handlebars to come down and fold down, and then your centerpiece to fold down. And then at the same time, if you fold the pedals in as well, you're going to get a really nice compact shape. So let me just show you that so you can actually compare that size. So first thing to do is to get your handlebars unlocked, drop them down. I would then push your pedals in so that they then take the smaller shape and size. Move your pedal just to the side, then take your unlock latch just here, pull it around to the side, and then lift up at the same time as pulling the bike into itself, grabbing both ends all the way around, and you got a front metal stand just in the front there, and that's your size for collapsing. Once you've got it down to the size you want, you can then carry it along using the seat to pull the bike along, or just lift into the position you want to store it in your office or in the bus, wherever you need to take it, and drop it down and put it alongside you. So what do we think of the B20 and the B20 Pro? Well, they're very similar, as you can see. Both carry the same style, they went with the same style, the same platform. They've just increased the platform on the B20 to make it a larger riding experience. Probably a more comfortable riding experience for the larger rider, but and it also delivers the power slightly differently as well, which we'll show you when we do the review video. You'll get 2 or 3 different ways of applying the power on this bike, so I'm looking forward to getting it out on the road and giving you a good look at that. So who do we think will use this bike? Well, I think it's an ideal commuter bike, both of them are, but I've had the B20 out on the gravel tracks through the forests, even on a BMX track, and I've absolutely had so much fun with it. So I will be taking the B20 Pro out to do the same. But I think a lot of people will use this as the bike they would use from home to maybe go 2 or 3 miles to work, into town or into the city and back again. Some may throw it in the back of their car and they do the last mile or two into the city centre on this size of bike. They're great for folding up and just popping out. And then others may do some riding and use a public transport and drop the bike alongside them on the public transport. It's absolutely ideal for that. As these bikes carry the IPX4 water rating, you will be fine most of the year round safely riding these without worrying about the electronics. So it is an all-weather bike as well, which is excellent. Okay, WinGooers, at the beginning of the video I said I would be able to give you a discount code if you feel the B20 Pro or even the B20 Standard is the bike for you. That code is capital B20 and then the word SAVE, all together in one word. I'll stick that up here, but it'll also be in the description as well. So you stick that B20 SAVE in the discount box at checkout, and that'll get you around £50. It is around £50 you will save on this bike or the B20. So that brings us to the end of a little unboxing and quick comparison of these two bikes. We'll compare more when we're out on the road. I'll get both bikes out at the same time and we'll do some tests with them as well. But all it remains to me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch the video today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. That'd be really helpful. If you're not subscribed already, please come along and subscribe. Like I say, WinGoo have been good enough to send me this range. There should be one more bike coming soon. I'll keep that one for later. But these bikes are proving to be very popular. So if you want to subscribe and then hit that reminder bell in there, it will show you all the content that's coming my way on behalf of WinGoo as they send me these bikes to review. So I'm going to pop this on charge now, and then we're going to get out with it just as soon as the weather brightens up a little bit, and we'll get out and do some tests for you and do some comparisons to the B20 Standard to the B20 Pro. If you get any questions, please drop them in the comments below. I'll try and answer them in the comments, but if there's a question or there's something you want me to test on my next ride out, stick it in there as well and we'll give it a go for you. We're here to help. Last thing to say is thanks for popping into Peter's Reviews today. Thanks for taking time to enjoy this video today, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. It's coming soon. Bye for now.